My inspirational picture is a photo which I made during my vacation in Italy. I like it for bright colors, composition, and feeling of making something good. In my first drawing, I decided to depict this impression in lettering waiting for good news, with the same colors in the background as my inspirational photo has. In the second photo, I drew a girl which is sitting on the cloud with her backpack, like if she was sitting in the bus stop. She is an implementation of the phrase from the previous picture. The third picture is about the cloud monster. I wanted to give the cloud in storm personality. This is my fantasy about how the cloudman in thunder could look like. The next image I made in collage technique. The eyes on the top of the image represents the clouds and the penguins as flying birds. There is a Burman in the front plan to increase the surreal atmosphere. The next page is my experiment with lettering of the word eyes and how I can interpret it. The penguin is a development of the eyes page. It has several wings to show the movement, but it also looks like a Da Vinci man. This picture is interpretation of word movement. I depicted it as a granny snail to express my perception of really slow movement, and the lettering drawn like a footprint after her. Then I developed a spiral form of snail shell in floral form. This is how a fern plant looks like when it is unfolding. The next picture is my perception of development green color. I believe that lovebirds' parrots have really expressive coat color. These feathers I made in collage technique to experiment with the texture. I took photos of eyes, animal fur, and red laces. The next picture is lettering practice with word flight. I try to express lightness and ease of the word. The next page spread is a little bit literal development of word flight, view from the plane window. This illustration is a line drawing of travel suitcase with a striped pattern. I drew it from different angles, one over another, and it creates interesting intersection. The next spread is my fantasy about wheel theme. Could be further development of the roller skates. And then from skates, I moved to the gadget theme. It is about smartphones and our life and how the perceiving images can be trashing and annoying. The next spread is my fantasy. What if our smartphones would be like an alien-looking pets and we could care about them as a real-life Tamagotchi? We could pet them, feed, and there would be a smartphone display on their belly. This picture is a juxtaposition of burger and spider to make delicious image frightening. This image is also about our relationships with smartphones. Sometimes we treat them as toys, buy it in different colors, and use them to entertain us. At the same time, there are some technological processes and technologies remain undeveloped because of lack of popularity or demand to use them. Differences in technological development could be applied to differences in workspaces. Some people are productive working at home and some at the office. This collage is my interpretation of thinking process inside the head. It has sometimes random splashes and sometimes right geometrical forms. This abstract pattern is the further development of a thinking process. Random wandering thoughts in the head while you fall asleep or meditate. Some of those abstract forms remind me the form of guitar grief, so I made this funny drawing with enhancer and guitar lost in the woods. This spread is about smartphones in the mass media. For this page, I cut all smartphone photos from all advertisements in my magazines. This spread is about how some people refer to their work. They want to be on time to avoid punishment from their boss, but the most of the time they're sitting in social media and do not work. But if they work, then we possibly have this level of technology that allow our smartphones to be all the time with us. It could be projected on our wrist to make our hands free. This collage is about dangerous selfie that people dependent on social media can make. During this dangerous situation, they think only about sharing with the whole world. This engaging spread is about that our narrow view from smartphones, not only on the images but also on use. This is why in the frame of smartphones we see abstract wallpaper, but it is just a part of the whole image. This is also my fantasy about how sometimes ridiculous gadgets are look. This small tiny umbrella for smartphones could be replaced with waterproof materials. This is a funny image about selfie face phenomenon and how weird people may look. The illustration was made to show how people look like from a side during selfie shot, and you can see yourself in the reflection of tinfoil display. Sometimes people are so involved in social media, so even in family dinner they are looking in smartphones. It is said that they are not interested in their relatives. This image is about enlightenment, which people receive from free Wi-Fi spot, charging their thoughts. This smartphone yoga, to engage yourself during relaxing routine that seems boring for some people. This collage is about difference in contemporary perception with gadgets and wild animals. For some people, animals are so invisible, so they may see them only as a furry case, or just a photo in someone else's blog page. This is my fantasy about zoo in the future, when many animals will extinct and they will be replaced with robots in realistic fur coats. The illustration is about play of words. Charge yourself. This is an image about how smartphone industry rule contemporary world and how we can be influenced by the industry. This collage is also about how successful entrepreneurs might think about masses and play with our demands.